Welcome back everyone to another episode of Piney Plays the Lore Master, and we are here in Regian where we are starting our first round of quests. Right now we're going to be heading for the company's location, Ancient Iron. So now we're at master level on that, so I might as well start picking up stuff when I see it. But the main thing I need to do is to head for the company. I don't need to kill trolls yet. So hopefully maybe I'll gain another level before I'm in need. But I think I do have to take care of some of these horns here. So let's send the cat after it and do it that way. Now hopefully I would think that fire would be effective against horns. That'd be a interesting question on the matter. Oh, lightning. Oh, well, I killed it before I managed to get there. Okay. How to do against the bugs? I don't think I should have too much trouble against bugs. Yeah, I could make it a lightning bug. Actually, since it is a firefly, that wouldn't be too far off, I guess, on type. Or at least down around where I live, they call them either lightning bugs or fireflies. Let's see, that is... actually we need... Oh yes, right, there are two types. They are the fell. Oh yeah, that was a fell. That's a grasping. The grasping ones are very annoying to fight. So I don't like going against them. And they don't count for the quest either. Just to make it even more annoying. So therefore, I don't always go after them. Now I hope they don't share spawns with anyone. That's sort of the disadvantage of not going after them is, what if they share spawns with something? I have to think about that. But here's a fellow holly tender, so we'll take care of that. What all do I need to do? Well, I'm going towards the company's path. In fact, that's what I have as my guided quest. But any hollies I run into along the way, anything like that, I'm going to include. Well then, let's try some lightning. See if it can last long enough for me to try it. It didn't seem to be too effective against that. Oh well. How about slapping it with a stick? Using wood against wood? A rare normal? I always wondered why they occasionally have rare normals, because yes, I can understand rare elites, rare signatures, rare elite masters, but rare normals always sound so strange. Of course, seeing how Kraban are normally greenies, I suppose a rare normal is maybe an upgrade for them. Alright, now, I'm going to see if I can kill one of these dunlendings. The idea there is that there is a quest that they drop an item for. I figure it might be good to have that when I go out on my second round. It's probably Dunlending Slayer, yeah. Of course, it also advances my... or maybe you don't get it until you have that first Dunlending quest. Oh, that would be really annoying. We'll try a couple more on this. But of course, it also advances my Hillman deed, because Dunlendings, for some reason, count as Hillman. Yeah, here we go. I think that was the axe right there. Good. Bring the axe to Gwingris. Okay. Good. And that's something to keep in mind. Let's remove that and add the... Well, now, I really think they should not remove your focus quest when things run out. They should put that on the bottom of the list of things to... of quests to filter out on that, because okay, it scrolls off, because why would you scroll off the quest? Because I have it marked to say, all right, this to me is the most important quest that I have on my log. It is very important to me. I really want to keep track of it. So why would I want it to scroll off? All right, I'll have to wend my way through here so I don't run into any of those trolls, because the trolls can be tough, and since it's not going to give me credit for any quest at the moment, I'll avoid them. Now, of course, when I do get that troll killed quest, then I'll worry about it. I found the campsite. Indeed, the ring goes south. And I found a pipeweed pouch. Oops. That's probably not a good idea. Alright, well, I will take that to Gwingris when I have him. Now I can remove it from here, because now I want to go, well, hopefully I'll find one or two more horns, but I'll also kill some worms and some birds, and even some half-orcs. I don't need to take any more of those out, but is that a horn up there? Yes, that looks like a horn. Level 49. Oh boy. Well then, that's always a tricky thing when you are doing this. Is I always seem to always come to Eregion about 2 levels early. Of course, some people think that two levels early is 2 levels late, so therefore I guess that would be fine when you're playing a lore master. I seem to be handling everything well enough, so I guess it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And yep, the birds are greenies. Now apparently when I killed that rare normal, it did not count as a Kravan, despite the fact that it looked very much like one. It just was tougher than normal. So apparently no one thought of putting the named bird into the mob list for this quest. While I was killing worms, I found a satchel, and I completely forgot that the satchel is the key to opening up the one where you're supposed to find all the bundles and all that stuff. But it looks like I've taken care of that. Okay, so now I remember how that particular quest went. For some reason I thought I just had to find the stuff on the countryside, but of course no, I've got to find the satchel and bring that back. So fortunately I remember that. So all I have to do now is kill a few more. I have these half-orcs that are all over the place. And that'll... Oh, somebody's been killing these orcs, unfortunately. So I'll have to find a couple more to kill. I was asking earlier, what about lightning and how effective it is in fire? I forgot all about this, and it says mitigations, remarkable, 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 remarkable. It sounds like it's remarkable. Well, that doesn't tell me anything. Well then, for that you die. I was hoping for some interesting information there, not just remarkable, 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 remarkable on everything. Now, of course, it is a few levels above me, so perhaps when I have a couple of levels higher, it might change. Assuming that has any effect on it. Oh, I forgot I was on the first level of Enmity of the Hillmen, but looks like that took care of it. Deed completed. Enmity of the Hillmen. Defeat Hillmen and Dunlendings. Balance of men. Well, whatever. I suppose that might be useful in some ways. And Enmity 2 gives me strength of morale. Ooh, that could come in handy on occasion. Well then, that deed's complete. I suppose I'll have to kill a few more when I get around to it. But right now I need to find one. Oh. Speaking of which, hello, Sikkim. Let's go and kill this tree, and then after that, we'll be able to go in, turn in all of these quests, and be able to go in for another round after that. Well, let's see how that works. Ooh, well, that was 700 damage. That wasn't too bad. Maybe. Well then, that's it for the horns. That was the last of the quests out here, so let's get back to Quingris. I found the campfire, and I also found this. You say you found a pouch at the campsite. It contains some small portion of the halfling's pipelead. It may be that one of the halflings or the dwarf dropped this. Such carelessness could be their undoing.
Will you lend me your ear?
Pine Wolf, I fear there is little time to lose. Go to Akkad Eregion, far to the south and east, and speak with Gogalan. Warn him that there may yet be signs the company's passing in the wild. Alright, fine, I shall do this, but probably not immediately, since I'm sure there'll be other quests to do in this area. Hello there! I have managed to take care of those tree tenders and also some of those horns.
Grey is the shadow upon my heart.
It pains me to put these creatures of the forest to the sword. I didn't put them to the sword, I put them to fire. Oh, maybe you don't want to hear that either. But the power of the enemy has made it necessary. Against this corruption, there is little defense. It seems that our immediate concerns have been dealt with. Let us hope that it stays that way. I fear there is more lurking beneath the surface, however.
Will you lend me your ear?
While you were dealing with our immediate concerns of Gladereg, our scouts learned that there is a large presence of wood trolls there as well. These creatures are bred by the Dark Lord and may well be the cause of the corruption of the forest. From what the scouts say, the wood trolls dwell mainly in Sad Tareg, in the southern edge of the Gladereg. Go there and see what you can learn of the presence there. Be wary, and take an ally or two, for these monsters are terrible foes, and they want us to kill 16 wood trolls. Well, if there's any quest I want to skip in this area, it'll be that one. 16 of them! Well, I'll think on it, depending on... Well, we'll see.
Stay a moment.
I am afraid that your efforts to the south will not be enough to repel the corruption of the enemy has brought to Gladereg. The evil has gone too deep. In order to repair the damage that our enemies have brought about, we will need to replant the holly trees that have been devastated by the trolls and their foul ways. Journey south and into the forest and find holly seeds from the bushes that grow beneath the trees there. Bring them to me, and we will still find an opportunity to ensure the forest's prosperity. I was wondering, would planting holly bush seeds be able to produce holly trees? Not too sure whether they're different species or whether they're different growing conditions for the same species or what. Something to think about. Meanwhile, I found a satchel.
Swilad Melon.
What do you bring to me? It is as I feared. Our latest delivery from Rivendell fell prey to the worms of Pineleaf. We have long known of the worms, but until now they proved little more than a hindrance. Increased aggressiveness from the worms spells grave news for our waypost. All right.
Swilad Melon. Will you stay a moment?
With one delivery lost and the worms on the rise, we have need of your help. Well, I already killed some worms. Yes, it is unlikely that all the delivery is completely lost. If you find any more goods from the delivery, please bring them back to me. I believe that you will find more of the supplies along the road from Rivendell, well to the east. Alright, I'll see if I could find any. And by the way, here are or some worm scales to show that I killed some worms.
Megovanen.
Well done, Pine Wolf. I think you should thin their numbers enough for the supplies to make it through unharmed for the near future. There is still more that can be done, however. Yeah?
Greetings, friend. Will you lend me your ear?
I cannot thank you enough for dealing with the worms that threaten the supplies, but I have another task for you that should prove to be a little more decisive step in safeguarding our deliveries. To the south of Penregion, in the east, there is a small clump of large hills. On the north side there is a series of dens of worms used to raise their young. It is here that you'll find Brunach, Lord of the Worms of Penregion. I want you to draw him out by smashing any eggs you may find in the north side of those hills. Draw out Brunach and slay him, then return here to me. And I suspect that the fact that you smashed a few eggs could help to reduce the worm population a bit. Probably depends on the survival rate of hatched wormlings and the leading cause of death by them, I suppose, because if there's a lot of fighting between the worms, then smashing a couple eggs might not make any real difference. Hello there! I've killed some orcs for you, or half-orcs I should say.
How can I be of service?
You have done well, Pine Wolf. For now the half-orcs have been thwarted. Rest for a while, for you will need your strength again before long. Oh yeah, I intend to rest for a while.
Mind my words, traveler.
Mind my words, yes. You have dealt with the half-orcs rabble here in the North Eregion, but their true purpose is only beginning to become clear. Recently, our scouts have indicated that a half-orc of some skill in training the worms is attempting to bend the vile beast to his will. If he succeeds, he could build a terrible army in Eregion. Return to the east and look for a small range of mountains south of the road to Rivendell. Along them is Carchis. If you find Agrazat there, put an end to his vile ambitions. Alright, I guess I could do that, and I think there's only one more left, and that has to do with the Kreban, I think, actually. Oh yeah, I still have the axe to deal with, I have that to deal with. Oh, that goes that kind of, yeah, so 2 more to turn it. Oh, and there are 2 rings here. Perfect. Hello there. I've taken care of the Kraban for you.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Well done, Pine Wolf. That should limit the White Hand's ability to gather knowledge of our forces here, and of other things that should remain hidden. With their numbers weakened by your efforts, we have an opportunity to strike a decisive blow against the tenuous foothold here in Eregion. Alright, and what do you want me to do now?
Megovanen, might you spare a moment?
Yes. In order to drive them out entirely, you will need to remove their means of rest and shelter. They undoubtedly have found a large tree in which to roost, and, much as I despise the thought, you will need to burn the tree down. Only then will the Kraban retreat in Eregion. Oh, wait. You ever consider the possibility they may just find another tree to roost in? I'm just thinking. Well then. Oh. Hello there. I found this axe while dealing with some Dunlendings.
Grey is the shadow upon my heart.
This is strange. You say this was carried by one of the Dunlendings nearby? This axe is of a quality not normally known to these brigands in Bozil. It seems that what would normally be an independent force has organized under someone else's banner. Oh, fun.
Will you stay a moment and learn of my troubles?
Yes, you're right to bring this to my attention. Not only are there brigands at our very doorstep, nor are they simply taking our forest, they are part of a larger plan to work that do not know yet understand. Undoubtedly, they are providing wood for the craftsmen of Saruman, but to what goal, I do not know. It is not for me to surmise the greater purpose behind these matters. For now, let us deal with the problem at hand. Go back to the Dunlendings' labor camp, southeast of Queengris, and take their axes from them. Yes, return to me when you have finished. Without the proper tools, their butchery of wood will end. Unless they know how to make more axes, that is, of course. Whew! That's a lot of quests. That is all for today, and when we return next time, we will head out again and have a round 2, where we are going to break a few eggs, find a few satchels, and perhaps steal a few axes. When we return for the next episode of Piney Plays, The Lore Master.